Exercise 3. Following our rules, we have the terminology, a team of 2 players. The names are Messi and Messi, and their jersey numbers are shown on the jerseys. So we said the jersey number is jersey number 30 and 10. The name M for Messi, like the M here, M for Messi. The players' medals. We actually have invisible 1 medals, guys. So if you notice, we always have invisible 1 medals, but you should know how and when to use them. Refs cards. We don't have refs cards because we're not inside the brackets or inside the penalty box. Player position. Our players on the midfield because we're not inside the brackets. Now player movement. Our player movement is determined by the operation sign, the division sign. Now if you see the division sign between players, it means one player is jumping over another. Jumping. And you can imagine, as this picture is showing up at the top here, top right, one player is jumping over another. So he might be jumping and reaching for the ball. The division sign must remind you of jumping players. Then laws of medals, we must think of which law is applicable. When we have jumping players, we have to subtract our medals. So we have the subtraction law. Then the laws of cards, we don't have cards, therefore we don't have laws of cards. Then we must apply our game strategy. So it says jersey number 30, Messi, divided by jumping over jersey number 10, Messi. Then we start solving the jersey numbers. And 30 divided by 10 is 3. Then we look at the names. Now remember we said we had invisible ones. You must know when to use them, right? And we're going to use them now because we have jumping players. Now when we have jumping players, we have to subtract the medals. So 1 minus 1, which will give us 3, Messi, 0 to the power 0. Now, we have to remember the other laws. Which law is applicable here? First, we had the invisible 1, right? Then we had the subtraction law. And now we have the 0 law. So it will not always be the case that when you subtract 2 numbers, 2 medals, you have a 0. But in this case, it's a good example. Now we have a 0 law. And what happens with the 0 law? It says anything, any letter or any number to the power 0 becomes a 1. It changes to 1. So which means that 3, the m to the power 0 is going to become 1. Which means 3 times 1 will give you a 3. And this is the strategy you need to follow. This is the winning strategy.